Hey everyone, it's Erin. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my weekly paycheck to paycheck budget. So please excuse me if my voice goes in and out. I'm still recovering from being sick, but we're just going to jump right into this. Actually, it was yesterday's paycheck. See if we can do this together. This is the last page in this section, so I have to add some more filler paper. But what I did is create my little outline that I've been using. This is like my standard template, and I'm gonna fill in the blanks with you guys. Like I said, I just drew this out very quick and simple, and I am going to start to make my notations. So yesterday's payday was payday number 11 of the year for us. Now, this week's paycheck is a little bit different, and our paychecks are going to continue to be a little bit different for a while. This one included some back pay that I received for a promotion at work. So that is very nice, and it came at a very timely moment, being that we are still in the midst of paying off massive debt. In my next debt series, I've already started. I did my explanation video and I kind of wrapped up our last one, and I am ready to make our first, our first payment in that. So I want to go ahead and film that maybe after this, and I am really butchering this lettering, but I don't care. I just have to get through it as quickly as I can because that takes too long. So this was a joint payday for us. So as you guys know, when I say joint payday, that means both my husband and I both got paid that day. He gets paid every week. I get paid every other week. So this is our combined, and this is for 1 week. And it was a nice large total for 1 week of $4,268, and I'm not including change, I'm just rounding. Like I said, this includes some back pay from a promotion that I got. I did an audit, so they backdated it, so that was included in my check. And then he had his regular check, I had my regular check, and that's how we landed at that figure. Quite a few bills to pay, and this week we technically only had 3, but what I went ahead and did is advance pay next week, everything except our water bill. I just wanted to play catch up a little bit because I thought that would make next week a little bit easier, since next week is a single payday, only my husband gets paid. We bring in about $850, give or take. So I wanted to make sure that we got ahead as much as possible, you know, and just made life as easy as possible for ourselves. So we have our cell phones due, which includes our cell phones and iPad service, device cost, and things like that. So it's really expensive in my opinion, and I can't wait till everything is paid off. I did pay off my cell phone recently, but you guys know when you buy, you know, these smartphones, they're extremely expensive. And you can go on the payment plan, but if you, at least with AT&T, if you decide you're done with the payment plan, you can go ahead and just pay off the whole thing, the remaining balance, which is what I did. And I did that in an effort to just kind of lessen our monthly bill with them, but it's still expensive. We have this week cell phones, electric, car insurance, and we have our my husband's car lease, and then my student loan, cable, Netflix. Netflix is not something that I typically put in here, but I am doing it just because it is technically, you know, a monthly bill, and you know, I just wanted to make sure that I start counting it that way, not that it's just like free money. So I'm so stupid. Up here I should have written bill, budget, actual, blah blah blah, but that's okay, I'll do it down here. I'm gonna write, this is kind of backwards, but this is what I get for doing it live. So I'm gonna write bill and then total. So we'll do it like that, and then budget. So it will be explained that this is how much money we actually budgeted for these things. And here is the actual, and here is my plus or minus column. So did we save money? Did we go over, under? What are our cell phones? Let's go back up here. Maybe this is a little bit too close. All right, so for our cell phones, I budgeted $275. And our actual was $245, and that left us an additional $30. Our electric, I budgeted $200. Now, I budget the same thing for electric all year and gas all year because in the summertime, our electric spikes because of the air conditioner, and in the winter, our gas spikes a little bit just because we have a gas generated furnace. So I budget the same thing all year round, and if it's a savings, awesome, and if I come close to it, that's great too. I just want to make sure that I'm covered. I'd rather have less than or I'd rather have, you guys know what I'm saying. I'd rather have less than more. I don't know what that means. But anyway, so this gave us an excess of $101.77 because our electric was only $98.23. So pretty good deal. Our car insurance is pretty spot on every time. And so I budget $126, and it's actually $125.97. And honestly, for as much rounding as I do with my paycheck, I don't know why I just don't round that up. But I like being kind of exact with my bills because I like seeing, you know, the exact amounts that I pay. I don't know. I just think it's like satisfying somehow. So for the lease, it's $345, and the actual payment was $340.24. So that left us $4.76. So basically a nice shaken iced tea at Starbucks. $90 for my student loan, $88.89. It used to be a lot more, but I did talk to Navient and I had them lower it just because we were expecting my husband to be laid off for a while, and because we're concentrating on another debt right now. So they were very amicable to that situation, and they went ahead and gave us a payment plan for 2 years. So that was nice. Cable, I am so mad because I got rid of an extra DVR box, and I kind of dumbed down our cable as much as possible, and it literally brought it down from like $189.50 to like $167 something, I think. And of course, that lasted for exactly 1 month before they found another way to install a charge. So our cable literally includes internet, one HD DVR box, a couple of little hookup boxes just, you know, for your, just to make your TV like digital, I don't know, and our basic cable package. So yeah, it's extremely expensive. I hesitate to get rid of cable because I watch so much network TV, you know, and I know you can do that. I know that's possible, but still, I just like having the convenience of it. And where we live, if we had a dish, we'd have to get like that service, you know, the thing to cover it and everything because our weather is so volatile. But anyways, so Netflix, $10. It was $9.64. So Netflix went up for us a little bit too. So that was an additional 36 cents that we saved, but still. And then credit card debt payment, I budgeted at $200 and making a $200 payment, and that is a wash. So I went ahead and added these up earlier, and this is so messy, but it's okay because it still works. So the total that I budgeted for this week was $14.16, and the actual spending was $12.84. And again, I was able to budget it like this because I expected this extra money. And then we had an overage of $131.53. So I think that's kind of nice. I think that worked out really nicely. So down here, I'm just going to write variable expenses. And sometimes I call these variable expenses. Sometimes I call them additional expenses. It's all the same. It's just like kind of what we have that's not considered a bill, but we still have to allocate money toward it. So here, I'm just going to write you know, groceries and dining out. I'm going to get a big fat hospital bill, which is okay because the important thing is, you know, everything is like I'm on the mend. And this was $140. Am I off the page yet? Yep. I have my camera set up just a little bit differently too, so please bear with me. So dog food, because our dogs love to eat. Actually, it's pretty cheap for them. We have 3 pugs, and they like table food, I'm not going to lie. And our home warranty, we just bought our home warranty again. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, and regardless of how old your home is, or if you just bought it or you bought it 30 years ago, you can buy a home warranty. And it's a really nice coverage plan. And it covers oh my gosh, well, depending on what company you go with and what plan you go with, it covers almost anything that can go wrong. So furnace, plumbing, heating and furnace are kind of the same thing. Some of them cover appliances. You just need to make sure that you're paying on it for X amount of time. I think it's 6 weeks before you file a claim. And if you do decide to file a claim, you just pay the deductible, like it's like $75 per service call. And then anything after that, including labor, parts, or new pieces for whatever needs fixed or replaced, is included. So we went ahead and picked up our home warranty again because, you know, with having our situation the way it is right now, we just don't want any surprises, and you just never know. So ours covers like our air conditioner, covers a hot water tank, you know, just a lot of things that could just go wrong. So, yeah, so I'm glad we picked that up again. Usually we bought one, it's usually around $400 a year, but we bought it on a payment plan, so it's $40 a month. We're probably paying a little bit more just because of making monthly payments on it. All right, so home warranty was $40. That's going to be a monthly charge, and 2 birthday gifts at $50 a piece. And then I had some prescriptions to take home from the hospital, and those were $20. And then a Walmart and Target run, I am budgeting at $150. So every once in a while, I add this in here because that will include things like, you know, like cleaners, detergents, laundry soap, things for us, like, you know, if I want to pick up any drugstore makeup, notebooks, anything. You guys know what Walmart and Target sell. So it's basically like that. So I try to budget that in, you know, every few weeks or so, because I do go and I shop there and I want to make sure that I have it accounted for. So all my variables have totaled $522. So let me zoom in just a teeny tiny bit more. And I have too much stuff on my desk. So our bills, and I really like doing this on my own because I hate my handwriting when I'm kind of at a weird angle, and I should have taken this page out, but that kind of stuff bothers me. Okay, so our bills were $1,284.47 plus variables were $522. So that's a total of $1,806.47 going out. And the income for this week was $42.68 minus our outgoing total of $1806.47. Gave us a remaining balance of $24.61.53. Now, this is remaining. Now, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take our paycheck down to probably zero, and I'm going to use this whole $2,400 and make a massive payment on our $22,000 debt. So that is where this money is going to go, and that's fine by me because the way I look at it is that everything is taken care of that we need to be taken care of this week, and you know, this is just 1 week, and we have the extra, but I don't want to treat it as like extra fun money. I want to do something like purposeful with it, and so that's why I'm going to go ahead and throw that on our debt. We have to plan for things to tighten up and change because when you're on unemployment, you don't bring in a regular paycheck. And so I want to make sure that when we have something like this going on, this is our last like fun money. Do you know what I mean? So we're not going to have like all this extra coming in the rest of the year. And so now that we do, I want to do something very purposeful with it, which I guess is my point. So I'm going to go ahead and color these in, and I'll be right back. guys, so here is my semi-color coded budget. I know it's very, very messy this week, but you know, I just wanted to actually come on here and do this in real time, and I just thought I'd make it a little bit more interesting. So next week I may pre-do it again just so it's a little bit neater, but I wanted to thank you for watching and for spending some time with me. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you did so we could stay connected through my future videos. I have my first debt payoff in my second series coming up, as well as some new 18-month happy planners that I got just recently. So thanks so much for watching again, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.